using a headspace case gauge to properly adjust the size die. You must use a headspace case gauge for the optimum adjustment of your sizing die. You will see that there is a milled step in the gauge. For bolt or lever action rifle, you want to have a size case drop somewhere between the upper and lower steps of the gauge. If it sticks up higher than that, the bolt may not close. For a semi-automatic rifle, you want to have a size case drop in flush with that bottom step on a headspace case gauge. This is minimum headspace and ensures that your ammunition will chamber in any firearm in that caliber. You do not want the size case below that bottom step, as that indicates insufficient headspace, which will cause your cases to separate in the chamber during firing. You generally will start by pulling the handle down on the machine. With your fingers, screw the die down until it stops firmly against the top of the shell plate. Do not tighten the lock ring yet. Now insert a lubed piece of brass into the shell plate. Pull the handle down. Resize it. You must remove the lube from the case before you put it in the gauge. Otherwise, the lube buildup will give you an incorrect reading. Drop the case into the gauge. Hold it up so you can look across the top end of the case up against the light. It may be necessary to screw the die down an additional 1/8 to 1/4 turn, max, to reach minimum headspace. You will not hurt the machine, so go ahead and do this in 1/8 turn increments, being sure that you re-lube the case. Size it again, wipe the lube off, and drop it into the gauge. Once you have proper headspace achieved, put another lubed piece of brass into the shell plate. Pull the handle down and with the case up in the die. Now tighten the die lock ring. This centers the die in the threads and ensures that everything will remain concentric.